Hi, my name is Travis Irwin. This is my personal introduction. I'm just going to talk a little bit about myself as a musician. I started playing the guitar when I was 14 years old. My brother was taking guitar lessons, and my dad asked me if I would like to take guitar lessons. And I didn't really have any particular interest, but I said, sure, I would like to. And my first guitar teacher, his name was Joe Bob Nelson. And my dad told me that he was an old hippie. And I really didn't know what that meant at 14 years old. I'm still not sure that I know what that means exactly. But in the upstairs practice room at Larson Music in Oklahoma City, I began guitar lessons with Joe Bob Nelson. And the first thing that he showed me was this 12-bar blues progression. And it's the same 12-bar blues progression that your book talks about in Chapter 1. And this is really the beginning of rock and roll. And this progression just really resounded with me. I really liked it. I just liked the way that it sounded. I liked the way that it made me feel. And along with that blues progression, he taught me this scale. This is a very common place that guitar players in America start, with the blues progression and that blues scale. It's happening all over the place, and it still is, really. So those sounds just really got into my soul, and I really like to bend these notes. Like the way those notes sound when they bent. Around that same time, my dad gave me a cassette tape. You know what those are? They're about that big. They're made of plastic, and they have tape in them that runs from side to side. That's how we used to listen to music. And this cassette tape was Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? And when I heard a song, well, all the songs on there I really liked, but there was one in particular called Hey Joe. And so I went into Joe Bob Nelson and I said, hey man, have you ever heard of a guitar player called Jimi Hendrix? And Joe Bob, being an old hippie, he's like, yeah, I have heard of a guitar player named Jimi Hendrix. And I was like, hey man, can you, have you ever heard of a song called Hey Joe? And he got real serious and he said, yeah, I have heard of a song called Hey Joe. I said, well, could you teach me that song called Hey Joe? And he said, well, I can teach you that song, but I do need to tell you that I do not agree with the lyrical content of that song. And I was like, okay, can you teach me that song? And so he played something that went like this. And when he got to this chord, and he bent those strings like that, I just got this gigantic smile on my face, just like this one here. And I was just like, oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, like that. And I was like, oh. And Joe Bob was playing a classical guitar, a nylon string classical guitar, but still when he... And this is the chord that he was playing. And now I know it as an E7 sharp 9 chord. But back then, Joe Bob was just like, hey man, this is the Jimi Hendrix chord. And I was like, yeah, it is, man, that's great. And so I kept my fingers in that position, walked out of the guitar of the music store with the guitar in my hand and got in the back seat of my parents' car and just, oh, that's it. And I would slowly take them off and put them back to help myself remember. Hey Joe, say where you going with that gun in your hand? Hey Joe, say where you going with that gun in your hand? I'm going down to shoot my old lady. You know I kinda mess around with another man. You know I'm going down to shoot my old lady. You know I kinda mess around with another man. So anyway, that's my personal introduction and how I got started playing music.